Welcome, Guardians, to my first official Monday update, which is going to be focusing on quest lines. Before we get too deep into the quests for this week, I just want to show you the Abandoned Quests kiosk, which is located in the Hall of Guardians. As you know, Bungie has questified all of the Year 1 content with the 2.0 update. Essentially, that means that they took all of the story missions and strikes from the launch game and the DLCs and put them into quest lines. As you can see here, all of the story content from the original game fit into the 4 quest lines, and then we have a quest line for the Dark Below and another quest line for the House of Wolves. Well, why do they show up for veteran players, you might ask? I think it's really for us to get an incentive to play through the story again, gain some experience, test, and of course check out the new Ghost voice. And of course this means that any other quests moving forward that you decide to abandon for any particular reason will be at this kiosk for you to pick up again at a later date. And so before we went on to this quest line, the first thing I actually decided to do was to go ahead and pledge allegiance to New Monarchy, which is the faction of my choice right now. In a previous video, I did say make sure to edge all your factions up to almost ranking up in preparation of receiving some pretty sweet new faction packages. But that was before we knew that the 2.0 update was going to hit a week before the Taken King drops, and that gave us a lot of incentives to actually play the game through Crucible, through some of the patrol missions that are new. And so because I didn't want to miss out on all of that fun, I decided to go ahead and just let it rank through. But it turns out I played so much that I'm almost ranked up again with New Monarchy. And hopefully, that goes to show that we're not going to be as obsessed with the grind this time around as we were before, and we'll just enjoy playing the game. And so what you're seeing now is me getting through the quest line for Path of the Striker, which is for the Titan, of course. And with the 2.0 update, we can do our old subclass quests. And for instance, for this one with Path of the Striker, we had to follow a quest line of about 10 different steps, most of them including getting kills with your abilities and generating orbs of light. And of course, completing that quest gets us these amazing new Titan marks. And as you know, in Year 2, all of the class items that you wear will contribute to your light and will provide you with some pretty sweet perks. As you can see here, this Striker's Mark has Auto Rifle Focus and Rocket Launcher Focus, as well as Vanguard Champion, which increases your Vanguard reputation gains. I then went ahead and started Path of the Defender, which you get by simply just switching your subclass to Defender. The Defender quest was a little bit harder to achieve simply because it was a little difficult to determine how the game counted a Ward of Dawn kill, which was one of the requirements during one of the later steps of that quest. At the end, I still couldn't really figure it out, so I ended up getting all of those kills using grenades and melee attacks.
The Hive will not take this transgression lightly.
And with that finished, we got a pretty sweet Defender's Mark, which again gives us some pretty sweet perks. And it's important to remember that all of these marks for the subclass quests are actually level 40, so we can't quite put them on, but of course we can preview them and take a look at some of their perks here. Auto Rifle Focus again, Sniper Rifle Focus, and then we've got another Vanguard Champion, again increasing your Vanguard reputation gain. After I got the Defender marks, I went ahead and switched over to my Huntress and got the Gunslinger's Cloak, which looks pretty sweet, a little bit shorter of a cloak, but still looks pretty rad, as you can see it floating around there. And then of course the Bladedancer's Cloak. I decided to skip my warlock for now since you actually get experience from doing these quest lines, so I want to give him a little easier time leveling up. That is it for the quest update for this week. Be sure to join me next week once the game launches for another update on some of the quest lines in the Taken King. Also tune in on Wednesdays for updates on weekly activities, and of course on Fridays for the Crucible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys Starside.